Hey, what's up, Flight Sim fans? What if I told you that you don't need 50 different add-ons to completely transform Explain 12? In fact, if you install just 5 chosen add-ons or programs, your simulator can go from looking and feeling like a stock Explain, to something that rivals some of the best flight simulation experience available today. Now, there are hundreds of amazing add-ons out there, but these 5 stand above the rest because each one completely transforms a different part of the simulator. Think about it. What makes a flight simulator truly immersive? It's not just having one great aircraft or one nice scenery package. You need a realistic world to fly in. High quality ground textures, believable weather, an aircraft that feels alive, and camera movement that makes you feel like you're actually sitting in the cockpit. That's exactly why this list is so powerful. Every add-on here fills one of these major areas. Together, they create an experience that's greater than the sum of its parts. If you're looking to get the biggest upgrade for your simulator without wasting money on dozens of overlapping add-ons, these are the ones you should seriously consider. So with that said, let's get straight into it. Number 5. Physics-based camera. Let's start with the update which was explained at 12.1.4 that completely changes how your simulator feels. Did you remember how Explain felt before? If you've been following Explain release notes, you'll know no longer head movement add-ons needed, the feel of inertia being present. The newer versions of the sim introduce more refined head physics, smoother inertia, improved touchdown reactions, enhanced turbulent effects, better braking and acceleration movement, more natural transitions, making every phase of flight feel far more believable. Before this update, cockpit movement could sometimes feel repetitive or overly exaggerated. Now, the movements are much more natural and dynamic, responding differently depending on the aircraft, weather conditions, and how you fly. Taxiing over even pavement no longer feels like you're gliding on rails. A heavy touchdown has real impact. Strong crosswinds make your viewpoint react naturally. Rapid acceleration during takeoff gently pushes while heavy braking on a landing shifts your viewpoint forward just enough to trick your brain into feeling the aircraft's momentum. It was the update that changed what you experience as a more natural feel. Once you've flown with it for a while, imagine not having it makes Explain feel surprisingly lifeless. That's why a physics-based camera has become one of the key talking points that many simmers see as a reason to fly Explain 12. Number 4. FlightFactor 777 version 2. The FlightFactor 777 has come a very long way. While version 1 was a good aircraft for its time, it eventually began to show its shortcomings. The cockpit textures, systems, sounds, and overall experience simply couldn't keep up with the newer generation of study-level aircrafts entering the market. Many simmers was ready for a complete overhaul. Then come version 2. Rather than being a simple update, FlightFactor rebuilt the aircraft from the ground up with an entirely redesigned cockpit, EFB, filled CDU for interactions, highly detailed exterior model, modern textures with animations of the ground crew and cabin crew. But the biggest leap is what's happening beneath the surface. The aircraft systems are significantly more detailed. Flight dynamics have been refined. Sounds have completely reworked, and countless operational details have been added to create an experience that feels much closer to flying a real Boeing 777. What makes version 2 so impressive isn't just the graphics, it's the emotion. Every checklist, every startup, every climb, every approach, every landing feels deliberate. You're consistently interacting with an aircraft that behaves the way you'd expect a complex airliner to behave. It's another example of how far flight simulation have come over the past few years. With FlightFactor 777 V2 catching the eyes of the flight sim community, it deliberately made Explain 12 a choice holding on to many users across the world. Did you know that the FlightFactor 777 V2 has voice recognition? Comment down below if you knew. Number 3. Active Sky for Explain 12. Weather can completely change your flight. 1 minute you're enjoying smooth cruising conditions. The next, you're fighting turbulence on approach while trying to stay stabilized. That's where Active Sky Explain 12 comes in. Instead of simply generating clouds, it enhances the atmosphere. Wind transitions become smoother. Turbulence feels much more believable. Weather changes naturally throughout the flight. Approaches becomes more dynamic. Crosswind landings become a genuine challenge. No matter what aircraft you're flying, every flight feels different because the weather behaves more realistic. It's one of those add-ons that quietly improves every single flight you make. If you made it this far, first of all, thank you. Feel free to hit that subscribe button. It genuinely helps the channel grow and it lets me keep making videos like this for all of you, from reviews, live streams and everything in between. Also, let me know in the comments which add-on completely changed your explainer experience. Now let's jump into it. My top 2. Auto Offer or Map Enhancement. This program completely changes how the world looks beneath your aircraft. Instead of relying only on default terrain textures, AutoAuto streams satellite imagery directly into the X-plane, with map enhancement following suit. The result? Mountains actually look like mountains. Coastlines become recognizable. Cities resemble the real world. Flying VFR suddenly becomes much more enjoyable because you can navigate using actual landmarks instead of guessing based on a generic scenery. And one of the best parts is that you don't need to dedicate multiple terabytes of storage for Auto Offer, which is significantly less than Offer 4XP textures. Offer gives you a worldwide visual upgrade without filling your hard drive. If you're someone who enjoys exploring new countries or flying low-level routes, this add-on or program is an absolute game changer. And number 1, SimHaven X World. This add-on rebuilds huge portions of the world using OpenStreetMap data. That means better buildings, better vegetation, more accurate road layouts, power lines, industrial areas, residential neighborhoods, forests, landmarks, even everything looks much closer to the real world. Difference becomes obvious the moment you depart from an airport you've flown from dozens of times before. Suddenly the surrounding city actually resembles the place you're flying over. SimHaven with Auto Offer, you've created one of the biggest visual upgrades possible in X-Plane 12. It's honestly difficult to go back once you've experienced it. So there you have it. These, I believe, have completely changed X-Plane 12. Each one improves different area of the simulator. SimHaven X will transform the world itself. Auto Offer map enhancement gives you realistic satellite imagery. Active Sky X-Plane 12 completely changes the atmosphere and weather. FlightFactor 777 version 2 delivers one of the most immersive airliner experiences available. And a physics-based camera makes every movement inside the cockpit feels natural and believable. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Do you agree with these picks? Would your top 5 look completely different? Did I leave out an add-on that deserves to be here? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm always looking for new recommendations, and your suggestion might even feature in a future video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, take care, enjoy your flights, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned.